All right, if you don't have this on your dropshipping store, you're definitely missing out on sales. And if you're not successful yet with Shopify Dropshipping, this could definitely be one of the reasons why. What's going on? Braden here. So today's video, I'm gonna show you something that you absolutely need to have on your dropshipping store. And what I'm gonna mention today is something that I see the majority of dropshipping stores, when I go and do store reviews, the majority of people don't have this. All the way from beginners to people that have even been in the game for a while, a lot of people are making a mistake by not having this on their store. By not having this, you're definitely shooting yourself in the foot and you're making it a lot harder for you to succeed with Shopify Dropshipping. This is something that you absolutely need to have on your store. So before we get into it and I actually mention what this tool is, how to get it, why you need it, if you guys could please do me a huge favor, please help the engagement on this video by smashing that like button down below. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. I'm here to help you guys create your own successful online business. That way you can have that freedom that you desire. Definitely leave a comment down below. I answer all comments and questions within the first hour of the video upload. So definitely turn on that notification bell so you never miss an upload right when it's uploaded. All right, so on a daily basis, I'm constantly going through and doing e-commerce store reviews. I constantly am going through looking at Shopify stores from Dropship Fortune members, people that are part of my coaching services. I'm constantly doing store reviews, and there's a couple pretty big mistakes that a lot of people, the majority of people, are making a mistake on. And a lot of times it's because either one, they didn't even know about it, or two, they just think it's not important. But these things can absolutely destroy your business before you even get started if you don't think about these things from the very beginning. This is actually very similar to one of the mistakes I see all the time of when I go through and I'm looking for someone's customer service, how good their customer service is. A lot of times I see that they just have a free email service. So like a Gmail setup that customers are supposed to literally email a Gmail, and that's a huge mistake that I see a lot of people making, but that's a talk for another time. What we're talking about today is why you need to have a toll-free 1-800 number on your store. Most beginning dropshippers don't put a number on their store at all, don't think to have a number, but this is a big mistake. If you're not having it on your store, you're definitely missing out on sales. So first, I'm gonna tell you why you need to have a toll-free number on your store, the exact reasons why, and then how to actually go ahead and put this on your store to where it's not gonna cause you any extra work. So the very first reason you need a toll-free number on your store is consumer trust. One of the next few videos I'm gonna be talking about is showing proof that customers now are essentially vetting out e-commerce stores to make sure they're not drop shipping or not scamming people, because there's been so many bad practices in the space. And having a 1-800 number is one of those things that's just instantly going to make your store feel bigger to the customer, and it's going to give that extra level of trust, because that's what most professional, even inventory held e-commerce brands, they have a number set up for you to call for customer service. Two, you definitely need an 800 number for payment gateways. I've heard of people losing essentially their access to using Stripe or PayPal because they don't have a 1-800 number on their store. If you don't have a 1-800 number on your store, it's one of those kind of dings against you when PayPal or Stripe is looking through your store to see if it looks like a reputable store. If you don't have a 1-800 number, that could be one of the contributing factors to why you lose out on one of your payment gateways. Number three, you can actually go ahead and avoid a lot of chargebacks or PayPal disputes if you have a 1-800 number. If you have it set up the right way, one, you're gonna have customers reaching out to you before they just go ahead and do a PayPal dispute or a chargeback. They're gonna be reaching out using the toll-free number if it's easily visible on your store. But then two, you're gonna be able to avoid it by the methods I show you on how to set up your 1-800 number. It's just like how I've mentioned with PayPal disputes. A big way to avoid PayPal disputes is to answer all PayPal questions that come through PayPal that could end up being a dispute. You essentially redirect it back to a unique email, and this will avoid a ton of PayPal disputes. We're gonna use a similar tactic with the 1-800 number. So the way you can set up your 1-800 number is very simple. Now you're gonna have to pay a monthly fee. Depending on what service you decided, can range in cost. I'll put up a couple of the more reputable, popular ones here, but you're gonna have to pay a small amount, but it will actually help you in the long term, and the added sales you'll get from it should make it pay for itself right off the bat from day one, essentially. So you can choose from one of these services. Go ahead and set up your 1-800 number. You wanna actually have it listed on the home page and preferably on the product pages as well. That way customers essentially see it. One, they can easily access it, but then two, it's like a trust badge having on your site. Having a 1-800 number on your site is going to make you seem more reputable and seem overall bigger. So the way you want to set up your 1-800 number to where you're not having a ton of extra work. I've known people that essentially they've hired virtual assistants to answer their 1-800 number, their customer support line. That way they can redirect it into sales. And that is a tactic you'd want to use if you have very, very high ticket items. If you're selling high ticket stuff, you need to go ahead and essentially go that extra route to essentially sell over the phone. But that's not what we're talking here for the majority of dropshipping stores. What you want to do with this 1-800 number is you want to actually set up a voicemail. So you're not actually talking to the customer. When a customer calls in using that number, they'll be hit with a voicemail. Now you can set this voicemail up yourself if you do it in a very professional way, or for a very inexpensive price, you can go ahead and hire someone on Fiverr that they can do this. And there's a lot of people on Fiverr that this is essentially one of their services that they provide. So essentially what you're wanting to do, set up the 1-800 number with the voicemail, redirecting back to your customer service email. So whatever your professional customer service email is, you want to go ahead and essentially in the voicemail, direct customers to back to the email by saying, all of our customer service agents are busy, or in order to get direct access to us, go ahead and reach us at, and then you'd have the email. You want to go ahead and redirect all customer service questions back to the email. Just like you would with any PayPal questions, you want to go ahead, redirect back to the email. Essentially, for your customer service, if it's just you're just starting out, obviously you want it in one place, but then even when you have a VA or multiple VAs for customer service, you want them essentially going all in one portal. So you want to redirect all your customer service back to one spot. But just having the 1-800 number is one, going to increase conversions because you're going to have that added consumer trust. But then two, you're going to be able to essentially have much better customer service by being able to answer all questions that come in all through the email. So if you don't have a 1-800 number on your store, I highly recommend you do this. And if you don't have a professional email set up, I can definitely do a video on that and the services I like to use for that. But that is definitely something you need on your store as well. I've got a video coming up soon talking about trends that are coming in dropshipping that's going to change quite a bit with how beginners do things. A lot of beginners essentially are going to have to completely change up their strategies with the way drop shipping is heading, and that'll be the next video. So definitely go ahead, be on the lookout for that. But if you guys haven't already, please go ahead and smash that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely leave a comment down below. Keep grinding, y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.